All right. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody on the chat. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. How are you doing, girl?
Fabulous, Elisa. Jazzy says hello. So he's a happy boy. Hi, everyone. Really nice to see you all. And how about you, Elisa? What's happening for you?
This side of town, not much. There was a rocket launch a couple of days ago, but it was all cloudy, so I couldn't see anything.
Okay.
So that was a bummer. And let's see. Other than that, I can't think of anything else that I have been doing that's major or anything like that. Sorry, the cat is like.
That's Indy's job.
I don't know. He just bit me.
Go, Indy. Where's your spray bottle?
Bye-bye. I did not bring my spray bottle, and I should have.
He knew. So that's so funny. So
yeah.
But
How's everything with you over there?
Yeah, good. I think I was just talking with Elisa, guys, because I had to have some stitches out of my back, and we were talking about healing our own bodies and working with our own frequency and energy fields, and they didn't think they'd be able to take them out, like it was only about 10 days, and they said you might need another week or so, but they went, oh my God, it's all healed. So they took out all the stitches. So I'm absolutely fabulous. And I sit there and I talk to my body, and I actually see my cells, and they're melding together and healing, and I can feel it. I know that's happening. So when you put your intention on your body at that level, you really can heal it. So yeah, we were just talking about that because Elisa was mentioning about that EE energy system, the healing system. And I said, people have to start tuning in more to their body. And if a body's got a symptom, talk to it. What's going on? How can you support it energetically? Because it's so smart. Our cells are so incredibly intelligent. And, I'll bring a cell out from wherever it wants to come from in my body when I'm meditating, and I'll communicate with it. And So there's just some little things we could do if we're having aches and pains or something going on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's all about healing and bringing in that white light to regenerate every cell. And I do that every single morning. I go through the chakras, all the cells, and I also do it for everybody else on the planet. So it's something that I like to do, and that it makes me feel good, and I'm sure it's healing me in some way. So
it is.
So let's get started. We have a lot to talk about, and many questions that we have. So today, something real interesting came up. A friend of mine sent me. So we're going to talk about the Kennedys' connection to Abraham Lincoln, and possibly even how Trump is connected as well. So before we start, of course, I am going to ask you to do a general reading for someone. And so if you could, everybody on the chat, put 888 on there while we go through our first question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the first question, and then we can go ahead and look at that. Okay, so the bloodlines. Omar, President Lincoln's son, is JFK Sr. and his brother's father, William Wallace, which is President Lincoln's son. So is that true? Is President Lincoln's son, Omar, JFK Sr.?
Wow. Does the timeline marry up with that, or was Lincoln way before that?
JFK Sr.
Yeah.
So President Lincoln's son.
Yeah.
Is JFK Sr.
We've got our 10 of swords. So to me, that's saying that's a no. That's a finishing off of something.
Yeah.
So that's a no. And then we've got the Emperor card. So I feel he's in his own bloodline, if that makes sense. It's like he's his own person.
Okay, so the full President. So you're saying JFK Sr. has his own bloodline?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, because we've got the full card, so it's new. It's different to that.
Okay.
That's what the cards are saying.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so today is, oh, I picked the wrong one. Nell.
Nell. Hey, Nell.
Nell.
How you
And
going?
so I'll keep asking you more questions about this
Okay,
after
yeah,
we're
that's
done with
fine.
Nell.
Okay. All
And
right. So
let's
now,
see.
so I always do a little intention before we start these shows that whoever gets the reading gets whatever they need, as far as like whether it's some insight or some bit of trust, more trust or whatever. So I'm just going to tune in now through my higher self, through my divine wisdom, and then just connect into your divine wisdom as well. So just, okay. So now I'm just going to see which cards come up to give us a bit more of an understanding of what's happening for now. Interesting. So now your Queen of Pentacles has come up. Now, to me, this is someone that has wisdom, contemplating your reality. And it was when I was tuning in, I saw almost like you'd gone deep inside yourself. It's like you'd gone in almost into the void to find something. And this is what the Queen of Pentacles is telling me as well. King of Cups. So to me, the King of Cups is about something that's been hidden on an emotional level, and I feel it's going to be revealed to you. So I don't know if you've been going in and asking questions and actually having some time, or you feel like you've been in this void. Yeah, the Empress, because to me the Empress is someone that can create something new, something beautiful, something divine. So whatever you've been asking for, or whatever you've been contemplating, you are going to get the ability to do that strategy. Seven of Swords has come up. What do you have to let go of within your mind, within how you're thinking, and plant something that's new? So you've got your two there, which is more balance. So this is always part of a process, but you're doing it really well, because the first thing we always have to do is ask questions, then drop inside, which is what I saw you doing, Magician. To me, the Magician can be smoke and mirrors. However, with this one, for you, I feel the Magician has all his beautiful spiritual tools that he uses to bring heaven to earth. So you can create magic, the alchemist. So it's about creating that new alchemy within yourself. And the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is a very powerful authority figure. So when this comes up, for me, it can be a little bit religious, which is what I'm feeling. So it's about letting go of maybe some beliefs you've had that have been a little bit restrictive, because then we got our beautiful Nine of Pentacles. Now she's unique, she's abundant, she's looking at the bird, and the bird to me is being able to fly freely. So I feel you're going through this this change within yourself, within your own perspective. And so just keep tapping in, just keep dropping in, going into your heart, asking for that divine wisdom to come through, because you will go through this process of changing your perspective to then be able to create differently. It's like you're going to be much more freed up. And I think we're all going through that as well. But I felt that you'd already started this process. So well done. And just know that you will be guided. Just keep asking for help, okay, through your divine self. So, yeah, so there you go, Nell. That's what I was getting.
All right. Very nice. Thank you, Maree. Thank you. Thank you. And Nell, she said something about safe animals. Something having to do with saving animals. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, and just keep going in, and also connecting with the animal, with their higher self. So when you're connected into your divine wisdom, connect into the animals, okay? Because they're going to let you know what they need. And I find that it often can soothe them when you go in through their higher self energy. It's like they just have this trust then.
Beautiful. Excellent. All right. So now getting back to what I was talking about. Okay, so the Kennedys are not connected to Lincoln. Okay, it says the two Kennedy brothers were adopted into the Kennedy family. Both brothers are Lincoln Colony by birth, not Kennedys. Okay. Abraham Lincoln is a Colony, which equals Druze/Jesus bloodline.
Okay, let's have a look and see.
Okay, wow. So how do we ask this? The two Kennedy brothers were adopted into the Kennedy family. Both brothers are Lincoln Colony by birth. But you said that that the Kennedys are not.
Yeah, so the senior was not what we asked was senior Kennedy the son
Oh,
of.
okay.
So this is something a bit different. This
So
is
he's
actually
okay. So, but I don't know which two Kennedy brothers
that's it,
he's
because there's a
talking
few.
about.
Yeah, there's a few of them. Let's.
Okay.
I
How
mean,
can we ask
we
that?
could ask, just is there some truth in that there is some, some aspect that has come through. Yeah, look, and I was pulling the cards as you were talking about it, and we did get the Ten of Pentacles. So it looks like there could be quite a few things that are collaborating within it, because our Ten of Pentacles, I'll often see it as abundance with money or whatever, but it can mean people. So there could be some different aspects in there as well. And then we've got our Knight of Pentacles. So this is bringing a message that I usually say can be trusted, and it's been hidden, because we've got our Eight of Swords. So there is something that's come through.
About
that's
this.
linked. Yeah.
Okay. So.
Wow.
Okay. So, are there two Kennedy brothers? I'm assuming it's JFK Jr., JFK, and his brother Lincoln Kaluni by birth.
Okay.
Were they adopted?
Were they adopted? Were they both adopted? Okay. We've got our Queen of Cups. So to me, this is saying that there was some grief around it. There was some contemplation. And then we've got our Seven of Wands, which is definitely chaos. So something must have happened for that to come through. Four of Pentacles. So there was some laying of a foundation that actually allowed something to come through. So there was definitely some chaos going on with all of that. Again, this card's come up. So there's something that was really hidden.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So then, is it true then that the Lincoln Kaluni bloodline equals the Jesus bloodline?
Okay, let's just check that to see if there is some connection or correlation there. Yeah. Because it might not have been both of the brothers, is what I was feeling as well from the cards. Okay. I've got a feeling that there could be some link there, to that bloodline.
Wow.
Yeah, we've got the Three of Cups, which is very much a celebration, and then we've got the Sun card, and that can be children or something that's been passed through. So yeah, there's definitely something that's linked there. And oh my God, and then we get the Nine of Pentacles again, which is that beautiful, unique, abundant. Look at all the colors. Look at the gold, which is Christ consciousness, is that gold. So look, the cards are telling me that there definitely could be some link in there.
Okay. And Kaluni is spelled Kahlooni.
Kaluni.
Lincoln Kaluni.
Wow.
By birth, not Kennedy's. Okay, Jesus bloodline. Okay, and did you know that President Trump's real father is General Patton?
Wow, no.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that's real and true, but we can ask the cards.
Let's ask the cards.
Yeah.
Is there a father-son correlation between General Patton and Donald Trump? Okay. Yeah, these two want to. Yeah, I feel there is, because we've got our Two of Wands, which is creating a balance, something for the world, trying to find that balance, and then the Ace of Wands, which is some action that's been taken. Yeah, how fascinating is this? Wow, Tower moment. So there was definitely something that changed up in his life that was big.
Yeah, he was adopted into the Trump family.
I'm actually getting really goosey. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then we got the Emperor card, which is his card. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. This is just the cards that were hot that wanted to come out and speak with us.
Yeah. Yeah. It says General Patton is William Wallace Lincoln Kaluni's son.
Wow.
So William Wallace is President Abe Lincoln's son.
Okay.
Which means that Trump is in the Jesus bloodline.
Yep. Sounds like it. and that's what the cards were saying, because that was a very specific question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So are you going to look into that, or
What do you want me to ask?
If General Patton is William Wallace Lincoln Calooney's son?
We've got our Ace of Wands again. So there's definitely some sort of truth in there. We've got our Queen of Wands, and she's someone I trust. She's someone that's very honest and has integrity. So I'm just, yeah, but there was some grief around it because I've got our Five of Cups. So there was something that went on there was some grief, whether it didn't, it wasn't known publicly or whatever. There's definitely been some grief around this whole situation.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. So was the family that Trump was born adopted by with the Illuminati cabal, the bad guys?
Let's have a look and see. Okay, so let's just see. Oh, you want to come out?
And that was, I think, Nell's question. Yeah.
I don't feel so. Look, there was the King of Cups, so there was some illusion around it. There was something that was hidden around it. But then we've got our Page of Pentacles. So it's almost like, so this is new. It's not a big deal, but it's something new. Like, look at that's a money card as well. So there was new money there. So, but Knight of Swords. No, I don't feel so, because the Knight of Swords to me is our good military. So I don't feel that it was.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then there was a question here. Was Trump's mother married at first at the time he was born?
Okay. So Trump's mother, as in his adopted family?
Born. Yes.
Adopted.
Oh, that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah. So we're going to go with that. Adopted family. Okay. Let's just see. Yeah. Yeah, he was. She was. They were, because the judgment cards come up. So it was clear to see, like, that they were married. However, the moon cards come up. So this is where this, this child may have been brought into the situation, because then we've got our World card. So it was all for a bigger reason, is what the cards are saying. So yeah, they were married. She was married, and then this thing happened. Let me just see. And it was Nine of Cups. So that's definitely something that was desired. It was a place where he was wanted to be, where they wanted him to be. That was safe. That was secure.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Let's see. This is an interesting question.
Was Trump born in Area 51? Okay, Joyce. Let's just see. So I think Joyce is asking if it was sort of under the, in that space where they're talking about.
The place they call Area 51. Mm-hmm.
So actually in that arena type area.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, that one's hot too. Wow, these are really interesting cards, Joyce, that have come up, because we've got our two of Cups. So this is a relationship. I feel it was more natural than that, because this is a relationship between people that have a baby. And then we've got the High Priestess. There was some mystery around it. There was something that wasn't seen. But then the Wheel of Fortune. But it was actually done in a way that was natural, but it moved, because the Wheel of Fortune to me is all about moving with the seasons at the right time. So no, I feel it was more natural than something like Area 51.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
From those cards.
Okay, so then that means that if the Kennedys are part of the Abe Lincoln bloodline, which equals the Jesus bloodline, that means that the Kennedys and Trump are related blood-wise.
Let's have a look and see. Let's just get see if that can.
There is a bloodline connection between the Kennedys and Trump.
Somehow. Yeah, let's just see. Okay. Yeah, you want to come out. Ooh. Oh, okay. So we have a hanged man. So to me, this is turning something upside down, which is as well as going in deep. And then we've got the hermit. So again, this is hidden and this is going deep within. So it very well could be, but it's so well hidden. It's been very well hidden. King of Swords. So there to me is truth to this story because of that coming up, but it's very well hidden. There is some deeper aspects of them with those two cards. Because, sorry, we're over here. The Hanged Man is all about going inside as well. So there's definitely something going on within it to say that, yes.
Yeah.
There is some connection. Wow.
Okay. So another question around that is, what is his connection with ET races? What is his race origin?
Okay.
I wonder if he's a hybrid. If he's a hybrid.
Well, it's interesting because we all have links to some other realm and to some other beings. You know, that's why we came here in a way. Is we can be a combination of all sorts of things. I can see if the cards can tell us a little bit more about maybe what realm he's sort of come from. Yeah, 50-50. So it's more than one because we've got that Two of Pentacles.
More than one race, one ET race.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I was getting. That's why I think I was talking about it, because then with this came up, the Empress, and yet we can co-create. We can create whatever it is we need to create, and the Empress is around Venus as well. So that's very much the love, the heart, the creating. You know, the bringing people together. High Priestess card has come up. Very feminine. These two cards. So there's a lot of feminine power within him. And there's still a lot of mystery, I would say, that's within him. But it's bringing balance, because to me, the feminine is balance. The High Priestess is helping to balance that feminine masculine. So transformation, creating transformation. So that so where he's come from, it definitely felt very heart-based. It's helping to create transformation. And as we know, it's exactly what he's done.
Right.
He's definitely transformed. Yeah. So whatever he was given, in this physical world from the spiritual realm, was to set up a very strong platform. The Four of Pentacles, it's taken time, but it's definitely set up a strong platform for whatever his role is here. So I hope that helps, Maple Tree. But like I said, we all have more than one. So I keep getting the word heart for him. So that Venus card, Venus energy.
So, Nell, I think we answered this question already, and the answer was yes.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember. It was
because she looks exactly like him. Well, it's really a he.
Oh, this is where everything gets so convoluted.
Exactly like him.
Makes it so much fun, doesn't it? So yeah, we've got another yes for that.
Yeah. That was I remember that was a yes. It had to be. They look like twins. Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even remember the question. It's sometimes, you know, so we've got an Ace of Swords in the card just before that, walking away from something. So yeah, changing up again, you know, where they live, where they are.
Yeah. Okay. So there was a question about the earthquake. Here we go.
Yeah.
So is the Turkey's earthquake Gaia's doing or human doing? If it's human, is it bad or was it aliens doing? So I want to go into the detail that you and I were talking about this.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, as we know, there's still things going on that were in the plan of the DS, you know, our deep state. And so some of those are being used. So let's just pull cards on it. But what was coming up when I was talking with Elisa even beforehand was that they're being used in a way, yet they're actually being lessened. The impact of them has been lessened, but then used as they're needed to be used. Yeah, Page of Swords. So there's some things going on that aren't speaking the truth. So to me, this is an aspect of human doing as well. So it's temperance. So like I said, the temperance card to me is trying to level things out a little bit, yet still allowing things to be shown or done that maybe are needed, even though they're horrific. So because this is changing a condition, and it's patience. So it's been hard. Yeah, Four of Swords. There's stuff going on underneath that we just would never be aware of, and these horrible tragedies are happening, and they're being lessened is what we were getting. Chariot. It's to try and help move everything on, because and it takes this. The Chariot card is also about finding a balance, how to move forward with balance. So
but you had said something to the fact that the bad guys had it planned. Okay,
yeah,
there's the
there it is. So they had it planned. So what's happened? I mean, even the trains, that was planned, but there is some control from what I'm understanding from the White Hats, but they've had to allow some things to play out. The Lovers. So the Lovers to me is about learning that balance within the situation. It's actually coming into an agreement. Okay, what can we stop? What can we do? What can we work with? So, and as I was saying to Elisa, apparently with all of the train stuff, it's the age group from young, from 17 up to 30s, that are absolutely livid with the non-reaction and non-support that's not being given by the president and the military or whatever,
the government,
and they're lying about it, and they're furious, and so they've woken up this whole group of young people. So this is where it's really difficult, because it's sort of walking on this balance, and that's what the Lovers card is showing. It's what's the finest balance we can walk on. And so with Turkey, there's something else going on there as well. It's definitely not just natural.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So
yeah, look at that. It's heartbreak for everyone.
Yeah. So okay, so but ultimately, who caused the earthquake?
Okay.
The bad guys or the good guys?
Okay.
Or just Earth?
Or
or aliens.
Okay, let's just see if it was a combination or if it was one or the other. Or okay. No, the chaos action was taken. 7 of Wands, there was action taken that created it. Yeah.
So it was the bad guys.
It was, and it was the Page of Cups. So it would have been bigger. It would have been worse than what it was. But there was someone stepped in with an offering to help reduce the emotional impact, because the page can mean something has been made a bit smaller. Yeah, again, 4 of Cups.
They reduce just like with the trains. What they're doing is they're allowing for the black hats to create chaos, so people see what they were going to do, but they're dialing it back where it's not as horrific as it could have been. Although you got to admit that the Turkey earthquake was beyond horrific.
Same, and that's why the 10 of Swords has come up, because they're finishing off. They're trying to finish all of this off and have people realize what it's been that we've been actually dealing with and working with.
Yeah. So the train thing also. So it's and I did want to ask about the situation in Ohio, because some news are saying, yes, you can, everything's contaminated. Other news are saying, no, it's not contaminated. No, Indy, no. So he's trying to eat the cord.
Yes. So what are they doing? They're creating confusion, aren't they? And people are going, what are we meant to believe? Like, where's our guidance? Where's our help? It's really, and this is where I feel that the White Hats push that, and they go, look what's going on, and so because it was interesting, because I remember with that one with the cards, because I was intrigued as well, and it said, people will be allowed back in to where they're living, and then it was coming up with, oh, but there'll be some water and crop damage and stuff, you know, there will be toxins as well. So there was this, you know, between the two, it was really interesting actually what the cards came up with around that. It was exactly almost with what's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah. But but look, the Wheel of Fortune's coming up. So to me, this is actually going to shift things forward. The Three of Wands, this is how can we clean this up? How can we look at this differently? What can we do to make it better? Because there will be some solutions put in place after these dudes did their deed. So isn't it fascinating that they're trying to help to shift things along, keep it at a better level than what it would have been to what these guys wanted to do, that Devil card. I mean, this is what's going on all the time, isn't it? How do we balance it? How do we move it forward so it's not going to be as bad, but we're going to sort of get an outcome that's going to help in the long run? It's tricky. It's a fine balance.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not going to bring up Maple Tree's question, but it's about the Met Gala. And are we seeing a movie
with what?
The Met Gala? So, do you know what the Met Gala is?
I don't think so.
It's a gala that they have in with all the celebrities and stuff.
Okay.
And it has to do with artists and, you know, the celebrities.
Yep.
So she thinks they're all demons in the flesh.
Yeah.
And I think it's a movie. I think they're making it look like they're demons, but they're not. It's just actors acting the part, because they want people to realize that the original celebrities were demons. So I think it's about outing them.
Yeah. It's showing them this is a whole new world. This is a whole new place that they're playing from. So it's showing people, we're going to show you exactly who they are. And that's why the Knight of Wands has come up. It's taking action to show something. And it's almost going the other way to the extreme. Mm-hmm. Because before it was all hidden. Hey, I mean, yes, they do their surreptitious little symbols and things, but it was hidden. Whereas now, so the definitely what you're saying, the white hats are in control. My King of Wands always tells me to trust. Mm-hmm. So I absolutely, what you're saying is resonating with these cards. It's trying to bring more balance to a situation by showing people this is who they are. Mm-hmm. So people can go, okay, that's not great balance, is it? So, you know, and some of them might be the originals, but they're actually being told this is what you're going to do.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Maya Kaya was saying there's 4 new earthquakes today in the same region. My family in Lebanon got shaken. It was horrible hearing them screaming. I was on the phone with them. Oh boy, I am so sorry to hear that. Yeah,
that's really sad. It just hits your heart, and when it's your home and it's your family and it's your people, it's like, yeah, of course, that's really close to home, and that's really hard, you know.
It is, and I think what we have to realize is that to wake up humanity, there's going to be bloodshed. Yeah. And to try to understand how the white hats are allowing for the black hats to do what they're doing. So we're not saying the white hats are doing this. What we're saying is the black hats are doing it, and the white hats have the ability to lessen the blow.
Yeah, I agree.
But they're allowing it to happen because they have to wake people up. And the only way to wake people up is through suffering, through pain, through opening their eyes, you know, and you've seen how they presented the idea of children being trafficked, and nobody did anything. Nobody batted an eye. Nobody, you know, there weren't out in the streets, you know, picketing and whatever it's called. What's it called when you're out on the street? Protesting, you know. Yeah. So this has to be a lot. I think personally that it's going to have to end up being more bloodsheddy before the people that are awaken.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And so May, I'm just sending so much love and prayers to your family and to all the people that are in this situation and loved ones.
yeah.
So, but look, the Sun cards come up, and then we've got the King of Swords. So, you know, it has been lessened to what it could have been. You know, they will use natural fault lines and things that may have been small anyway and enhanced it. And look, everything that Elise has been saying, that Ace of Swords has come up. So it's horrible, it's shocking, but there, you know, it is going to be down the track. It'll be settled. There'll be a lot more peaceful things. It'll just be natural if something happens and the earth's releasing or whatever. So yeah, but look, yeah, just sending love and light to all people that are involved in these huge changes and things. It's like New Zealand, you know, the flooding and the storms that happened over there was huge. They still haven't got power. It's been, you know, over a week with some of them as well, and they've lost people. So it's happening everywhere. So
yeah. Okay, so I'm just looking to see if we have anything else. Okay, so Maple Tree, was there an ancient civilization here before the Ice Age? Before a million years ago?
Okay, let's just see.
Well,
I mean, how do we know? Is the Earth a million years old? We don't know, do we? We don't know how actually. What's the age? Is it? Yeah. So let's just see first of all if it maybe is a different timeline. I feel we've had some seeds planted to create things to maybe be not what we're expecting, like age-wise as well. So now we know that. We can still ask if there was an ancient civilization here. So yes, there was. We've got our 10 of Pentacles. So there could have been quite a few. There could have been quite a few different civilizations before our timeline, before our experience in this world. Then we pull the world card. So absolutely, there is definitely other civilizations that I believe with these cards that have come up. And it could be completely different to what we actually envision, because the Hierophants come up. So this is to me as a being that controls others with authority and sometimes not with truth. So I really feel there's a lot we don't still know or truly understand about this earth and, you know, how it works and how it's worked with other civilizations.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Elisa?
There's so much we don't know. And especially being inside this dome, the information that we know, you know, is it inside the dome? Is it outside the dome? Like, you know, I don't know. And talking about the dome, I do have a question about, I heard that they have different templates of stars depending on where you live. So in some areas, like they're going to just show a few stars here and there. And then in other areas, there's tons of stars. So, you know, is it that, or is it that just there's so much light you can't see it, right? We say that it's light pollution, but is it?
Okay, let's just find out. No, it's light pollution. It's not. Yeah, it's not templating.
Okay.
And yeah, it's interesting. You know, of course, 10 of Wands is something that's coming to an end and it's not quite there. So we still don't know the full truth of that. However, I will say that I've been out one New Year's Eve where I was in New Zealand. We went out to this farm and there was not one light. You couldn't see one light except for the stars. And I have never seen so many stars.
Beautiful.
It was like a blanket of stars. I was just in awe. I think I just laid out there looking at it for like over an hour. And I mean, I grew up in the country, so we had a lot of stars where I was because there weren't the lights either, but this was just exceptional.
Wow.
And yet you'd go in, you drive an hour back into town and you could only just see your usual few.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Let's see. Remember, guys, I know that it's really hard to see these things happening, especially like when it's happening to our families. But if you are not personally being affected by these earthquakes and by the suffering, I want you to remember, again, this is a movie to wake up people. So our job is to stay as high vibrational as possible. You know, if you need to deal with, emotion like anger or sadness or whatever, manage the emotion, sit with it, but then get back on the high note, because the best way you can help this earth, this planet, the people suffering, is by staying in a high vibration. I that is the most important priority, at least for me in my life. I can tell you, I do nothing that can sabotage my vibration. Absolutely. It is my number one priority. So I just want to remind you guys, do you want to help? Go listen to a happy song. Go watch a funny movie. This is how you help. Okay? I mean, I don't know how else to say it. This is how we help humanity, is by us staying in the high vibration. All right?
Yeah, that's true. And the other thing as well to remember is sometimes we get triggered. So when these things are going on and our heart's breaking and we're just feeling that emotional shift, own whatever aspect deep within you that is being released to come up. So then, as Elisa said, really honor your emotion, allow it to come through, own it, thank it, and then bring back through your light and your peace, and then have the intention of that light and peace being with all the people that are going through this traumatic time. But always that divine mirror, it's triggering something within us, that it's an opportunity to work with that, to help to release that from within us as well. Because by doing that as well, then you're also helping to release, on a bigger scale. So and it's really hard sometimes because we're human to actually go into that way of being, but it will definitely help you. It'll definitely help others.
Yeah, absolutely. And like Dennis says,
just think of ice cream. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. Okay, so there was a question here. Shoot, where is it? Something about the changing the how will going to the original calendar affect astrology?
Okay, so I mean, I guess we need to sort of ask first if we will go, if that is something that down the track may happen. If they
And
actually
I think that was one
change.
of the questions.
Is that the question you want me to ask? Or
No. Are we going to move to the original calendar?
Okay, let's just see if what's coming up in our cards. The original calendar, let's just say
The one where
Julian calendar or whatever it is that, was more in sync with, the 28 days, the 13 months, all of that sort of thing. See, Look, the Four of Wands has come up. So I feel to me, this is saying that when things are stable, when people are feeling safe, when we're in that place, then, it could happen. But I don't feel it's going to happen until we've gone through the transformation and everything's done and dusted. That's when they'll start going, hey, guys, we've got a much better way to be able to work, that's in sync with our own body biorhythms, with the nature's cycles, but people have to have gone through that transformation So at the moment, the King of Cups has come up. So they're still going to hide it. They're still going to say, we're just going to stick with what we've got until that transformation has happened. People have to feel safe before that happens, is what the cards are saying, which sort of makes sense in a way, doesn't it, really? But yeah, it's a good question, because, you know, you wonder, don't you? But you've got to remember, most people don't even have an inkling of what's going on. So to then go, we're going to just change your whole world as well by saying this is not the actual date, you know. So yes, I think they'll just wait until things are settled.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So the zodiac signs are based off of constellations, correct?
As far as I know, but there's, have they not?
So those constellations have these stories, like what they're real, like they're like legends. So are these legends real?
Is there any energetic truth to these stories, I guess, that have been brought through for people? Let's have a look and see. Yeah, it's interesting. Wow, we've got our Ten of Wands again. And when he comes up, it tells me that it's been used for a very long time to actually have action, take action with that sort of thing as well. But it's also caused a lot of conflict, because we've got our Five of Swords. So people start boxing themselves. Oh, I'm a this, I'm a that. So when we start doing that, then we're going against often our natural intuition, our natural guidance from source. So I think sometimes people put too much emphasis on it, is what I'm getting.
I agree 110%. That's why I've never resonated with it.
So we find the strength within ourselves, within our truth, within our being. And, you know, look, sure, there could be some energetic truth in some of the patterning when we're born, you know, or whatever. We could have an effect from the consciousness that's there. But how much are you going to put into that and live by that? Chariot, find your own balance and move forward. So yeah, we can use it to sort of guide us and go, oh yeah, okay, that's why I tend to maybe be a little bit more pro this or have these skills, but move forward from it. That's what the cards are saying. So
okay, but going back to the question, were they real legends? Was it?
Well, it was. It's more of an energetic aspect. So, I guess as people tended to be born and they may have had similar innate ways of being, then it was related to whatever these mythological beings or aspects of the planet. So so look, the contract card has come up, our Three of Pentacles. So they've looked at things and gone, well, this is making sense, and this was what we've found through mythological, you know, history. So they've sort of attached it to it, is probably a good way to put it. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. So it's planting the seeds and then seeing where it goes from there. It's a combination of things.
It's totally man-made, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do feel it. Like when there's a full moon and it's a certain time, I'll forget it's a full moon. I'll go, okay, what's going on? And I'll go, oh, okay. And it does make sense. It sits well. So there is definitely some aspects with those planets or the alignments or whatever that can definitely trigger our consciousness or bring things up. And you can get affected by it. But it's how much we box ourselves into it. So the real legends, I feel it was more, maybe the legend was put up with those planets because that was the sort of emotion and feelings that came through from them within alignments or within time frames or whatever. So yeah, I mean, the stories are brilliant, don't get me wrong, I love the stories of them all, but it's really, maybe it's just depicting the energetic aspects of those you know, planets and stars together.
So the next question with Kibu, are aliens also using zodiac or horoscope to guide them personally or foresee futures? And I definitely would think that this is something that is for planet Earth. So for 3D. It's very, in my opinion, it's very 3D, very 3D.
Same cards come up, Seven of Pentacles, planted, seeds were planted. And, you know, with humanity, oh God, got the devil card. So with humanity, what was the whole aim was to disconnect us from our connection in to our divine self, to our higher self, to our beautiful consciousness from source. Okay, so just be mindful. It doesn't mean it's all, you don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater at all, but just look at what you're doing. Be your own sovereign being. That's what that King of Pentacles is saying to me. Okay, really know who you are. And then if, like I said, sometimes the moon, I'll go, oh, there's something going on, and sure enough there is. But be mindful of what was done. And if, you know, like you said, maybe there is 13 months and there is different attributes and they've all been misaligned.
Well, to be honest, now that I know we are under a dome, and that dome is a very small part of an existing whatever, toroidal type of planet. I don't know. So, you know, was it created for us under the dome, or is it something that affects the entire
universal
planet or planet that we're on, whatever the heck this is?
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel on Earth, because this Fool card has come up, it's like we've taken a lot on trust. We've taken the leap of faith on trust. So let's just see if that's how it works. And sometimes this can cause a problem. Okay, the Tower cards come up, so it can change our essence, or how we consciously see ourselves. So, and if we're talking outside of our realm, the Ace of Cups has come up. So they could very well work with the energetic aspects of planets or stars or alignments, but it's being done in a much more pure way. That's an emotional card. So I don't know if this is making any sense, but this is how I'm seeing it, Judgment. So it's like they have a clearer way, or a knowing, a more connected knowing to the energy that comes through from planets and, you know, whatever connects them. And who knows, universally, there could be a whole different system to what we have and what we see.
Well, yeah,
and
I mean, we have our own, like under the dome, we have our own sun. Like we are, you know, we even have our own sun. So that's why I'm thinking, like, what we've been sold under the dome is not what the rest of the people that are not under the dome deal with.
Funny, that card just came up, and I was just getting the message. We are connected through these energy vortexes through to something like a great central sun, but then our sun is an aspect of that. So this is what you're saying, Elisa. It's so bizarre, because I just kept seeing the sun, the sun, the sun, and then this card comes up. So the great central sun is the highest frequency that feeds through. And this is where a lot of the energetic consciousness can come through onto Earth, is through that great central sun. So there's realms we don't even know about. There's things that we just don't even know.
And that's the other thing that I was thinking about too, because today I went to see the sunrise. And I'm not kidding, within 3 minutes, the whole sun is already up. And I'm like, how do we not fall off this earth? Like, we're rotating really fast, so fast that the sun literally went up in 3 minutes. Like, boop, it was there. And I'm like, how are we not falling off the earth? Like, I understand we have gravity, but to me, it's almost like, so now knowing that there is a dome and they just manipulate the sun on the dome, now I could see them going, oh, you're, you know, like it's a movie. So now it totally makes sense that we're not falling off the earth.
It's crazy, isn't it? And, you know, and remember, guys, always go inside, because our beautiful hermit cards come up. So go inside to find your own truth and what sits with you. I mean, I've still got loads of questions around these aspects, because it's such a big thing. And it's like, sometimes I go, oh, I'm just going to let that go for now, because that's just a really tough, big one. So just go inside. Don't let it stress you. Just work with whatever comes through naturally for you. Otherwise, you're going to be the Five of Wands, which is this, oh my God, fighting everything and fighting your own actions you take in your own way of being. So sometimes you've got to walk away from it. Eight of Cups. Walk away. If your emotions start getting like really, you get upset about it and you're getting pulled, walk away from it. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, really, in the end, it doesn't matter, right? Like whether it's a dome or not, it doesn't affect you really. It doesn't affect you in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't change your life. It doesn't change what's happening to you. It doesn't change that the things that are happening are happening. So really, these are just details that are like, whatever.
And if it doesn't resonate, then that's fabulous. It's great. That's what the Hermit card's trying to tell us. I mean, I play with it and I'll go, oh, okay, I'm just going to sit with this. And sometimes, yes, that feels right. And then sometimes I go, that doesn't feel right. So, and there's going to be this thing going on. So sometimes I just go, who cares? It's like, yeah, like just what Elise was saying. Who cares? Ace of Wands, really focus on me, where I'm at. Am I in a place of being balanced?
And your lessons and what you're here and what, what you need to work on and not work on. And and none of that really matters. Now, it's, I don't know. This story goes that the dome was placed. I think we did a show a couple of shows ago where it said that the dome is real and it's true. The cards are saying it is real. It's true. Honey C. Golden also was pulled out by her guides and saw the dome and actually drew the dome as well. So, but again, like, meh, whatever. Like, I don't care what it is. I don't care if the earth is flat. I don't care if the earth is round. I don't care. Seriously, I don't give a shit. Yeah.
And it has been a strategy. Like the Five of Swords, it's a strategy to change us. I mean, we get told one story and shown proof of it, and then we get told another story and shown proof of it. What does it do? It divides us.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't have anything that's causing chaos within us. Just let it be exactly what Elisa was saying and just focus on where we're at. One day we might know the truth, and that's okay.
Yeah. And so Trixie was asking about asking Jasper to see what his take is on this dome thing and all that.
All right. So Jasper, I'm just going to tune in just to see if he can give us a little bit more insight. Okay. He's actually showing me the earth as a realm within itself. So the earth is its own realm. Okay. And it is protected. He's showing me a protection around it. But then like gateways, like he's showing me white light gateways and tunnels or not tunnels. What's the word? His
portals.
But they're
portals or vortexes or
vortexes that have got energy lines, energy streams going through. So there is an in and out of Earth, definitely through these energy streams. He's just showing me lots and lots of white light coming out. So that's how he's showing it to me. Because, remember, we're a vibration. This is it a hologram? And it's like, this is how it's been set up. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's about that peace we feel within us around it all. But that's all he's showing me at the moment. But we're definitely our own realm with other vortexes and aspects into other realms.
Yeah. So, and there is a protection around us, which my understanding was that is the dome, that is the protection. And the reason why, maybe we can ask the cards, is that the bad guys, it was a way for the good ETs to trap the bad guys so that they wouldn't keep doing damage to the rest of whatever this is, this planet or this
and just
dimension.
Remember,
who knows what the hell.
In our realm, we have duality. And of course, you have your yin, your yang, your black, your white. So you're going to find that in all aspects of this realm. And it's coming, and that word balance, it's coming back into balance within us, that we can then be the most expanded frequency and consciousness that we can be. So the Three of Wands has come up. So exactly as I was saying that, it's about how can we create what's right for us at the end of the day. It's taking that action. The Fool card, stepping, not even knowing what, trusting and still stepping forward and moving into a new space is what the Fool card tells us. So it's almost like just let it go and just keep being that amazingly beautiful consciousness that we are.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, Four of Pentacles has come up. So there's, this whole platform, this whole structure, foundation, it's been set up deliberately for us to play with. And sometimes we don't like it. The Four of Cups, we get offered things, and I don't really like that idea. I don't want that. This is where our free will comes in. The Moon card, this is our psyche. There's been so much that's been put into our world that is that duality, that it can feel out of place and it can feel wrong. And our soul makes contracts because that Three of Pentacles has come up. What are we going to experience? I think it's fantastic that we've got to a point in our lives where we can ask these crazy questions that we probably wouldn't have thought about 5 years ago, 10 years ago. We would have thought, oh, that is just so ridiculous. But everyone's asking questions about our reality. That Ten of Pentacles, it's not just us. Everyone is asking questions. And I always know that when we ask questions, we get answers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So that's, yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for today, Maree. Very, very curious topics. Yeah.
Great questions.
Yeah. So thank you, everybody, for being here, for participating. We are so grateful and thankful for our soul family. I hope that this helps you at least pass 1 hour of like higher vibrational conversation. Maree, thank you. Jasper, thank you. And we will see you guys Thursday.
Yes, we will. See you guys. Lots of love to everyone.
All right. Bye-bye.